What's up, skate fam? David Laliette here with a comprehensive review of the 2018 Powerslide Hardcore Evo Trinity skate. You may have already seen my unboxing of this skate, in which I seriously messed up the first skating session by putting unneeded insoles in it and not heat molding the boot. So before we get started, I'm going to pop these beauties in the oven at 176 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be about 80 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Or try to anyway. Note, do not attempt to skate them until the boot and frames have cooled and they are conformed to your feet, as skating them at this time will mess up the support of the liner. By this point, I've used these skates a few times now, and am finally getting used to them. As you can see, they have sort of an aggressive stance, with toes visibly lower than the heel. The Trinity mount really allows for the front wheels to sink into the boot, but in these skates, the stance seems to be much more noticeable by feel than in my Rain hockey skates, which have the same frame. I spent some time feeling out my edges with the wheels flat, lightly rockered, and completely rockered, and decided I personally prefer the middle setting where the wheels are rockered just a few millimeters. For more information about how the rocker on the Katana Tri-Skate frame functions, check out my short instructional video that explains how to adjust the rocker settings, linked in the description below this video. The rocker settings I choose makes the Katana frame feel very similar to a pair of ice hockey skates, which is the type of skate I learned to train my edge control in. So personally, it feels very comfortable to me. If you get this skate and don't like the rocker, just stick with it anyway. Trust me, the amount of agility you'll have once you get used to it is well worth the suffering. I absolutely love the amount of control I have in them. Even skating a flat setup, the Tri-Skate allows the center wheel to act as a pivot point. Turning is much easier when rockered, but I feel there is a lot of control either way when compared to traditional four-wheel setups. Transitioning my weight from front to back and vice versa is really a breeze when rockered, and as a result, gliding and doing drills on my edges allows for a smoother look than I had expected before reviewing this footage. You can hardly tell that I actually feel very stumbly and out of my element in these new skates. So let's cover a few details, shall we? 1. The responsiveness and comfort of the boot are in a healthy balance here. I can skate for hours at a time with more comfort than my hockey skates. Still, they're made from the same carbon fiber and Kevlar, so they're extremely responsive and quick to transfer power from my foot to the ground. I tried some power skating drills from hockey in them, and the functionality is mostly the same. This is probably because the MyFit liner is not removable, but rather is built into the skate. As a result, the liner does not move around, so there's no slipping in the heel like some skates that sport a removable liner. Quick note, I got these skates at InlineWarehouse.com. They have great international shipping policies and offer a 15% discount when you join their club membership by purchasing one of their member t-shirts. Doing this landed me a discount of about $85 US, so I'll link it below so you can take advantage of the same deal. The next detail I want to mention is the fact that this skate has no insoles and doesn't need them. The sole of the MyFit liner conforms to the shape of your feet, creating a memory foam bed for them to sink into, which not only makes them more comfortable, but also more responsive. So as you skate them, they become more responsive over time. My major concern is whether the sole will be durable. I tend to put down a lot of power when I skate, and I can wear the heels of a pair of removable insoles out in about 1 year or less. And by wear them out, I mean wear them away. Gone. Anyway, we'll see in time. For now, I'm just loving my skates and how they seem to get better every time I skate in them. Aside from training my edge control in them, I'm enjoying how my freestyle movement feels as well. In fact, I put a freestyle dance scene at the end of this review to show you just how much control I have in them by the close of my latest skate session. Moving on, once I got a little more comfortable in them, I figured the next step should be to head onto a park trail and get them going at a little higher speed. The 88A spinner wheels feel surprisingly nice to be as hard as they are. I would expect them to be very rigid and not comfortable. They feel pretty durable as well. I've been doing a lot of hockey stops in them and find they don't wear as quickly as I would expect them to. These skates just feel great overall when I'm on the road with them, especially with how quick I can turn on the rockered frames and how supportive they are. Jumping or hitting holes and cracks doesn't seem to faze me. Let's get to the complaints. Though minimal, I have a few things I wish were different. For starters, they come with cheap standard black laces. Maybe I'm spoiled, but all my other high-end skates came with wax laces. Even my Rydell Solaris, which is not an inline, but a quad skate, came with wax laces, 2 pair of them. And it was disappointing to see I would need to purchase wax laces after spending so much on these skates already. My major complaint is the lack of information that came with them. Seriously. I bought 3 different inline skates from Powerslide this year, and every pair came with the same generic instruction manual. So the important details specific to each model are not there at all. It would have been nice to know why there wasn't a liner inside them, and heat molding them could have been easier and less scary with specific instructions for temperature. Also, there was no information showing how to rocker the katana frames. I just had to figure that one out on my own, as there are no instructional videos other than the one I made on my channel that explain anything about them. In the end, I managed to jump these hurdles though, and land in a comfortable pair of nicely heat molded skates. Speaking of the end, this is about the end of our review, but before we skate off into the sunset, please enjoy this freestyle I made at the end of my day. I mostly dance in quad skates, so if you're into slalom, my style may appear quite different to you from what you're used to. However, I hope to be better at slalom when you come back. Thanks for your support of Double D Skate. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you the next time I lace up.